Hello everybody, this is Fernando for the latest Cryptids and Monsters video. Alright, let's go ahead and we'll do another Cryptids of the Week. Again, going by just whatever suggestion the random page at the cryptids.wikia.com gives. This time around, this particular suggestion may hold a record for two reasons. Number one, this may just be the shortest video I've ever done in talking anything involving cryptids, just because there's so little information about this creature. And then number two, it may be one of the oldest ones I've talked about yet. I'm trying to think if there was any other cryptid or monster that went back so far into time as this one here. And I can't think of any right now, but this may be one of the oldest ones. And what I'm talking about is the mythical creature that's known as Yu. Y-U. That's how it's spelled. Just two letters. Y-U. And it's purportedly some kind of creature found in China way back when. I keep mentioning it's one of the oldest ones because you would have to go back from 100 to 400 BC just to get an idea of when this creature was purportedly found. I mean, that's so old. That's before even the modern day calendar, to give you an idea. Like year one, this particular creature beat it by about 400 years before that. So it's crazy to think what kind of world it was back then in China, and yet people were seeing this creature. So what was it exactly? Well, it seems to be a creature that's like an amalgamation of two things. It's a human that's morphed into the body of an owl. And what I mean is this. It's considered a Chinese bestiary. Somebody might have to point out and let me know what that is. I'm wondering if it's talking about a category of mythical creatures and it happens to fall into it. But yes, it was a Chinese bestiary with an owl-like body. So its entire body was basically an owl. And then but for the fact that its head was distinctly human, like it had a 100% human head. But even then, that was tweaked a little bit because instead of having two eyes, it had four eyes, and then the same with it involving its ears. Instead of having two ears, it had four ears. In fact, you're looking at the only known drawing that I could come across the entire interweb with regards to this creature. In fact, some of the other images you'll see here in a minute, those are the ones that I had to find that loosely resembled it. They're not it exactly, but it's to give you an idea of what people saw back then. But this is the only known picture, and you'll see exactly what people saw. It's an owl. It's the size of an owl, but it has a distinct human head attached to it. And then here's a really frightening part about it. Apparently this was a creature that people purposely avoided, and rightfully so, because supposedly anyone that caught its sight, or vice versa, that it caught sight of, then it would get so mad, maybe, but it would get so mad that it would cause a drought around the world. Now, that seems a little bit too far-fetched, but that's the way it was described throughout all these hundreds of years, those that encountered this creature. Whatever this thing is, this Yu, if you caught sight of it or it caught sight of you, it did not like that, and then it would start to cause a drought. This is in fact another picture here that showcases the area that it was found in all those years. And if anyone knows somebody, like let's say is around that area today and knows more information about other encounters, that'd be interesting to hear. But that's it. That's the lack of information that I was mentioning earlier. Other than what was reported all those years back, there hasn't been anything more recent. There's no other, let's say, video, there's no other eyewitness accounts, no other drawings, no other info of any kind. This is it. Just those brief encounters somewhere around 400 to 100 BC, and then that's it altogether. Still, a pretty powerful creature, very mysterious. If you have something that could cause, let's say, a drought throughout the entire world, then you're dealing with a pretty powerful creature altogether. But alas, with the lack of information involved later on, there's nothing else to report on altogether. One can presume that with its owl-like body, it could purportedly fly around. So no doubt that that's how people probably caught sight of it too. They would see it go from one village to another, and then that's when people would shield their eyes or try to prevent themselves from seeing whatever this thing was altogether. But that's it. That's all the information that we have today. So anyways, that is the cryptid of the week, the YU. So if anyone has any more information, that'd be great to share. So, all right, everybody. Thanks again as always. Take care.